Okay, so we're going to talk about advantages and disadvantages of K-guard. Okay, first of all, what is K-guard? So K-guard is this guard right here. Okay, so first of all, what's the main point of K-guard? The main point of K-guard and what makes it strong is that it gives me, so it turns my hips so that they're facing in the same direction as the front, or I should say, really in the opposite direction because they're facing into the front of our opponent's knee, right? So here, my hips are going this way. That's the same direction as the front of his knee, right? So now this, I can take this foot and I can put it to the front of this far hip very easily. And now I can pull and put pressure to the back of his knee, ending up in this backside 50-50 situation, okay? Now this is a really strong situation because from here, anytime our opponent is in a backside situation, right? So don't move, stay here. Right, so he's in a backside situation, which means that here, the way I'm going to be able to expose his heel is I need to fulfill two requirements, okay? I need to bend his leg, which we are able to do here because we're able to put our foot to the front of that far hip, okay? And that's going to allow us to put pressure to the back of his knee, which bends his leg. The second thing we need is we need this leg on the top side, okay? So let's look at what that actually means. So just to get to the K-guard, we can start here. Push, switch sides, sit up, grab behind the knee, go underneath to this underhook de leva, and then here, now I'm in my K-guard. Okay, now when I take this foot and I chop over, now I do have pressure to the back of his knee, but if you look at where his leg is, it's here. For me to actually heel hook him, his leg needs to be on the top side. So what we do is we grab here, we bring this up here, and now there's no, if he tries to hide this heel, it's virtually impossible. Go to hide your heel. It's virtually impossible, okay? And I can expose. Now the big downside is, guys, when it's here, what do you think Birdman's gonna do almost every single time if he's not an idiot? Yep, he's gonna backstep, right? So what that does is, it relieves pressure from the back of his knee. When he backsteps, there's no more pressure to the back of his knee. Now I have him in an entanglement, but I wasn't able to expose his heel, okay? So, from the beginning. So again, now, there's really no way to do a K-guard entry and not have that be the case where we enter, and I really can never have it on the top side. So anytime you end up here, really, unless he's not aware of what's happening in the position, he should be backstepping. Yeah, and then it's all right, you've got him in an entanglement, but you didn't expose the heel right away, which is really what we wanted, okay? So if he's here and he doesn't do anything, right, I've got pressure to the back of his knee, all right? And now, if he's not aware of what's going on, I can put this on the top side and I can easily expose the heel. But if he backsteps, yeah, and we lose pressure to the back of the knee. It's all right, I can sit up and I can start chasing his heel here, right? So it is still a good way to entangle the legs. But let's just be aware of that one deficiency it has, which is that it does not prepare us to immediately expose the heel once we put pressure to the back of his knee, okay? Because there's an easy move for him to make to relieve pressure from the back of his knee, all right? But I think the big advantage of the K-guard is that it's one of the easiest ways to entangle someone's legs, right? So like, for instance, if my only goal is to wrap up his legs, it's such an easy way to do that, right? Maybe I just know I'm way better than him, and I don't care if he backsteps and we're in this situation. I know I'll be able to heel hook him. So in that case, it's super, super effective, okay? Just be aware of the one thing that it does have going wrong for it, okay? All right, let's give this a try. 1, 2, 3.